Hey folks, I'm coming at you today to ask you a little question here about your business. Are you saying thank you? Literally. Are you saying thank you to your customers? Are you saying thank you? See, the other day I went online to get some cologne and I was searching for different sites when I suddenly remembered that I had a friend that has one of these sites where you can buy like anything you want in the world off of it and she'll make a small commission off of it. So in order to support her, I should be going to her site and buying things. So, I remember that I should go over there. So in order to support her endeavor, to become financially independent of a traditional source of income, I bought from her. And as time goes on, what I bought was I had to buy some cologne, right? So as time goes on, I received my cologne in the mail. But one thing I didn't receive from her was an acknowledgement, an email, a letter of thanks. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. And I'm not the kind of guy that needs to have a thank you, be told, hey, thanks for buying from me. I really appreciate your support and this and that. But, a letter or some kind of acknowledgement, it goes a long way. Check this out. The other day, I needed something else. Now, you know how things are. We all live our busy lives, and we jump in and we decide, hey, I need headphones or I need cologne or I need computer paper or I need another printer ribbon or whatever it is that you need. And you go online real quick and you're like, blip, 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 you got it and you move on with your life. Well, the other day, I needed headphones. So I jumped back online. Now, you would think that I would have gone over to my friend's site and bought headphones from her. But, it never even entered my head. What happened was I get on my computer, I open up my computer, turn on the internet, goes to my email, and boom, sitting in my email is a letter or an email from Overstock.com saying, hey, thanks for buying from us. We noticed you haven't bought in a while, and we were wondering, what's going on with you? We'd like to have you come buy from us again. And so they sent me this little email that says, thank you. And it says, a little button on the bottom of this email that says, shop o.co right now or Overstock.com right now. So I click on it. Boom, I nail myself with I type in there, headphones with microphone for my iPod, and I take it in there, and all of these stupid headphones come up, and all of a sudden comes up this deal that says, hey, if you want these headphones, we'll give you two for the price of one. You get it, we'll ship it to you out the door, it's at you for $15. Now, I'm not really into saving a ton of money when I buy things online because I'm a big believer of you get what you pay for, but, if I can find something that's, I guess at a deal, and it's because somebody's buying it at a discount because somebody else went out of business or something of that nature, and they're going to pass on the cost, whatever the deal is, I'll buy from them. That's great. But, my point here is that if I just gotten an email or an acknowledgement from the person that I bought from a week or two earlier, maybe it would have stuck in my head a little more to go back to them and buy from them. The truth is that I never even thought about my friend's website. Overstock.com sent me a thank you. And then I sent them a purchase right back at them. Folks, this is a dog-eat-dog world, and huge corporations are competing with you for your friend's business. Now, in defense, I know I'm going to get emails from people on here. They're going to say, hey, man, I send emails out to all of my customers all the time. There are all these newsletters that's going on with my business, this and that. You know what, guys? Those newsletters are getting old. We see them every day, and, we don't have time to read that email right now. It's not as important as me running my business and making money on it or taking care of whatever it is I'm trying to learn or obtain in my life, So I get this regular update of meaningless corporate email that says, oh, great, come over here and shop. It's not personal. It's some email. What happens to them? Honestly, guys, when you get them. When you get them from think of any corporation that you've signed up for. I don't care if you sign up for Burger King. If they send you an email every day, they don't get looked at every day. It gets old. Something personal does, though. Hey, I haven't heard from Bob, or I haven't heard from Fred, or I haven't heard from Sal, or I haven't heard from Mac. An email from them, hey, what's going on in their life? That's where I'm going to get to the at here. So check this out. I told you it's a dog-eat-dog world. We all know that, right? So in defense, I'm going to tell you right back, you're sending out these corporate letters, don't send out the corporate letters. Send out a personal email. Send them a thank you out to them when they're buying something from you so that they remember in the future that when they're jumping online to order something from you. A thank you goes a lot farther than a computer-generated corporate email. If you have a huge customer base that you can't send a personal email to each and every one of your people, send out a personal pre-canned message that sounds personal. Don't send corporate letters. People will just file them away for later. I'm telling you. I'm doing it. I'm filing it. If you're sending me a corporate letter that's telling me how great your business is doing and where I can spend my money, I'm not even reading it. I'm telling you right now. So, save yourself some time. You know, don't spend your wheels sending a letter to me that I'm not going to read. And if I'm not going to read it, I'm willing to bet you that 95% of your other fan base isn't going to read it. Getting traffic to your website is already hard enough to do. So just stop spinning your wheels. What you do to make someone open his or her wallet is the difference between you and corporate America. Let me say this again. What you do to get somebody to stop and open their wallet, take money out of their wallet or take their credit card out and spend money with you is literally the difference between you and corporate America. Listen, there's an acquaintance of mine, Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy's an author, he's a media consultant, and no doubt in my mind, future owner of the New York Jets. Sends blogs out how you can get traffic to your site and even get paid for it. You can follow him at Gary V on Twitter, by the way, if you want. You can also Google him. If you type Gary and V in Google, he'll show up. I'm telling you. A lot of people listen to him, talk to him. The guy knows what he's talking about. Follow him. Hustling is addictive, guys, but only if you're successful at it. So stop spinning your wheels. Remember that you're offering something awesome on your site, and so is everyone else. So if you're offering something awesome and Bob's offering something awesome, why am I going to buy from you versus Bob? What are you offering that's better? A little personality is going to go a long ways, and a thank you will even make it better. Be different than the corporations. Recently, corporations have learned a lesson that they've learned repetitively. Get personal. There is nothing appealing or personal about dealing with corporate America. Rules are made for masses, and they're more often than not, people are subjected to rules and regulations that were poorly designed because of an applicability issue with writing the employee handbook. My point is that if you go a little farther to impress, if you go that extra distance to get that customer happy, they will never forget about it. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, I used Boost as a cell phone company. They were cheap and they were reliable, and they were within my budget when I was in college. 1 month, my cell phone got shut off for non-payment, and it was sitting there on my desk, right? And one evening, I'm sitting here at my desk, and the thing rings. And I pick it up, and I say, hello, and it's a friend. And they're like, hey, your phone's back on. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. And so, I thought to myself, well, Boost probably screwed up. And, I wasn't going to call him and tell him it. I'm like, hey, I got away with it. I'm not going to call him and tell him it. Somebody screwed up, and I got a free month's worth of service from Boost. Well, I went on using the phone and whatnot, and the phone rang, I think 2 or 3 days after it started working, in an evening when I'm sitting down at my desk again doing homework. And I answered the phone that evening, and there's this guy on it from Boost, and he says to me, David, did you realize that your phone started working? And all I thought to myself was, oh no, busted. They're going to tell me I owe him money or something. But the guy went on to tell me that I had been a customer of Boost for so many months, so many years, whatever it was, and I had always paid my bill on time. And they wanted to know why it was that I no longer was with them. And they were concerned that I found a different company to be with. And so in short, he said, I'll tell you what, if you take this 10-question survey and you answer the questions on here, I'll pay for your entire month of service. That's personal. I'll tell you what, to this day, I still use Boost as my cell phone company. It's my number one choice for a cell phone company when I get one. Why? Not because they have the best service, not because they have the cheapest plans, not because they offer everything for the best price or whatever, but simply because they called me and paid for my service for 1 month. They got personal. I'll never forget that. Guys, go the extra mile. I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, right? All right, folks, be different than the cold, lifeless corporation. Go the extra mile and make the difference. Hustling is awesome if you do it right. Remember, a hustler never works unless they are working on their hustle. And if you can do something different than the corporations, you will win. This is why Chase is advertising Lies customer service. Once you've been stuck in those stupid press 4 for this and 5 for that nightmare, you realize that someone who speaks your language in your country is quite pleasant and personal to deal with. Call up your customers and talk to them on the phone. Send them an email. Remind them that they are your lifeblood, that you need them and that you miss them. Send them a postcard, for Christ's sakes. Make a difference and make a buck. This is David Furman telling you guys, get out there and get your dreams right. Make them a reality. Hustle your ass off. This is what it's all about. And I'm going to talk to you later, so thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Peace.